I'll give you love, the things you want. Ooh, I would do anything for you. I would do anything for you. I would do anything, girl, anything for you.
On the gridiron, I'm courtside, you know what time it is. It's
Sports plus life. Sports plus life.
ringside or front court or field pass, we ballin' no. Knuckle up or buckle up, I tell it like it is when I'm on my show. Home run, slam dunk, knockout, or gossip go.
Sports plus life.
Yeah.
Sports plus life.
Yo, 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 yo! What's up? What's really good? It's your boy Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. You feel me? And y'all already know what's going down today, bruh. I'm serious. So guess what? Guess what? Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it all the way off. Now cut. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How is everybody doing today? Please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life, that there sports podcast, where we talk about all of the necessary topics in sports and all of the necessary topics in life. And again, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I hope y'all like that. I hope y'all like what y'all heard at the beginning. Allow me to elaborate just in case for those who don't know that song. That is not one of mine. That is a song from a group called 3T. They were a group back in the mid-90s, and they are Tito Jackson's three sons. And that was their hit song called I Would Do Anything for You. I think they only dropped one album, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, these are Tito Jackson's three sons, Michael Jackson's three nephews. And you know me, I love harmony and I love a cappella. Now, the song is not a cappella, but the beginning of the song is like that. And that's always been a favorite little snippet of mine. So I figured, I said, hey, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it one day and throw it on there. Really, just for the hell of it, dog. Just for the hell of it. But, it is Monday, March 21st, 2000 of the 2-2, and yesterday was March 20th, and it was the first day of spring. Yes, winter is gone, but it went out with a bang. It's spring now. It's been feeling like spring the last couple of days. I mean, absolutely beautiful days. It's about 60 degrees a day. Still very good, excuse me. But yes, it is that time of the year. My daughter, like my daughter is like, I love my kids so dearly because they get so hype over, you know, the things that most of us grown up, so most people would take for granted. Like the first day of spring, my daughter kept saying, "Happy spring, Daddy." She said it to me like 5 times. The last time she said it, I said, I get it, baby. I said, "Happy spring." You don't have to say it to me anymore. Well, I understand. It's spring. It's beautiful outside. But yes, they love so much stuff that a lot of us would honestly take for granted. I mean, and that's honestly a good thing. You know, I want them to keep that innocence in them for as long as humanly possible, because eventually you will become grown and the world will eventually start to look very different to you. That's the G-rated way that I'm going to say it, you know, just to start off the show. But anyway, what a weekend of sports. I mean, look, man, you know, on a weekend where you thought it would be just all about the NCAA tournament, the NFL bows down to no one. And before I get into those topics, I would like to first shout out my fam, shout out all my peoples out there. My people who listen to me on a regular basis, the handful of you, I love you guys. I really do, though, all jokes aside. And, of course, my black and gold fam, my HS, what do it, fam? How y'all doing out there? Keep them love bombs coming because I love you guys. I'm doing an earlier show today because my mom is coming over because she's going to be out of town this week, and her birthday is on Thursday, so she's gonna come over and celebrate with me and the kids. So happy early birthday, mommy. Love you. 65. Yeah, I put your age out there on blast. Yes, I did put it right there on blast. But anyway, without further ado, folks, let's get to it. As I just said a few minutes ago, this weekend was supposed to be about the NCAA Tournament, March Madness. And where the March Madness has been at has not only been the tournament, because how's your brackets looking? Because mine is pretty screwed up now. I'll get into that later. But the madness has been NFL free agency March Madness. I mean, first, last week when Selection Sunday, the kids are supposed to get all the attention, what happens? Tom Brady says, hey, you guys, I'm coming out of retirement. And me, honestly, I don't care. I mean, it upstaged the kids. I don't care. But then during the week, we had all of these trades. Devontae Adams gets traded from the Packers to the Raiders. I mean, ain't that some shit? I mean, you're talking about one of the best, if not arguably the best wide receiver in football going to another team. And I think that most of this, I would point the finger at Aaron Rodgers because of the contract that he took, wanting to get every damn thing. But then on top of that, the newest impending drama in regards to NFL quarterbacks was Baker Mayfield, because we all know that the Cleveland Browns started looking at other options. They started looking at other options. Now, Deshaun Watson, who 2 weeks ago, was cleared of any criminal charges in his sexual misconduct cases. So he will not be charged criminally. There's not enough evidence to go through with criminal charges. Good for him, and I hope that that's really the truth. But he still has 22 civil cases in regards to sexual misconduct. We knew that he wanted to get traded from the Texans. We knew that last year before all of this stuff started. So he was talking to a lot of teams. The Atlanta Falcons, the New Orleans Saints, the Carolina Panthers. They were all interested in Deshaun Watson. And the Cleveland Browns came a-calling. Hey, Deshaun, how you doing? We'd like you to think about being our quarterback. So just with the notion of an interview, Baker Mayfield gets so in his feelings that he sends out a thank you note, a goodbye note anyway, to the city of Cleveland. We'll get to that in a minute. So then a day after that, I mean, this was literally becoming the new drama. A day after that, Deshaun Watson informs the Cleveland Browns that he's no longer interested in being their quarterback. Okay. The day after that, Baker Mayfield comes out, tells Adam Schefter that he is requesting to be traded because the situation with the Cleveland Browns, the relationship is irreconcilable differences. We're too far gone now. I can't be the quarterback of this team anymore. Plus, he's probably thinking, I just sent out this goodbye note, so I would kind of look like a fool who jumped the gun. So the Cleveland Browns, knowing that Deshaun Watson just said thanks but no thanks, they said, you want to get traded? How about no? Biatch. How about no? Okay, yes, we looked at another quarterback, but he's not coming to us, so guess what? We're going to stick with you whether you like it or not. We're not going to trade you. You're still under contract, and we owe you $19 million if you play. Okay. Then the next day, Deshaun Watson, I guess Cleveland must have made Deshaun Watson an offer that this man could not refuse, because next thing you know, breaking news, the Cleveland Browns are trading for quarterback Deshaun Watson. Whoa! And here's the thing about it. $230 million fully guaranteed. I guarantee even Kirk Cousins is like, well, damn. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. I mean, never has this much guaranteed money been given in any contract in the history of the NFL. I mean, I guess Deshaun Watson was saying, I'm gonna have a lot of legal fees that I'm gonna have to pay off in these settlement cases. I have a lot of money, checks that I'm about to be writing. So if you guys want me as your quarterback, I'm gonna need all that money, not just you want to offer me $230 million? Okay, I'm not gonna need 150 of it guaranteed. I need the whole 230 guaranteed. You feel me? I mean, Only in America can we have a person who 2 weeks ago was potentially going to be put on trial for 22 different cases, criminal cases, and then 2 weeks later, he makes over $250 million guaranteed.
Excellent.
Only in America. And I mean, I'm not saying that as a laughing matter because, look, those were serious allegations. And if there's not enough, I hope, like I said, I hope that it's true. I mean, for his sake, I really hope that none of this stuff is true. But where there's smoke, there's a little bit of fire. So, I mean, I don't know if it was to the point where he should have been put in jail, but maybe he whipped his wang out to the wrong person. Like, oh my God, put your Johnson away, sir. I don't want to see that. You know what? I need some money for this visual I'll never be able to get out of my head. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. But, yeah, man, so the Cleveland Browns, and to be honest with you, I was hoping that Deshaun Watson was going to pick an NFC team because, Jesus Christ, have y'all looked at the AFC? Yo, bro, the AFC is going to be all out war next year. I mean, look at definitely between the AFC West and the AFC North. Oh my God. Okay, let's look. AFC West, Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson now, my Denver Broncos, Justin Herbert, Derek Carr. All four of these teams have gotten really, really good during the offseason. Really, really good. Now we have the AFC North. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, they're coming back healthy. Joe Burrow, the only thing that was bad about the Bengals was their offensive line, and they have addressed those issues. They just signed Lyle Collins, former Dallas Cowboy, and they still just went to the Super Bowl. And now you got Cleveland Browns with Deshaun Watson, okay? And I actually like the fit of Mitchell Trubisky with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, the AFC South and the AFC East, I mean, meh. You know, if Ryan Tannehill's the best quarterback in your division, meh. Okay? But let's get into Baker Mayfield right quick. Let's get into Baker. Matter of fact, I'm just curious as to how Baker Mayfield would handle this situation. I think bro is going to need therapy. I think it may go a little something like this. So, what brings you into my office today, Mr. Mayfield? I understand there's been some turmoil going between you and your football team. What seems to be the issue?
I was the number one draft pick. Back in 2018. I've been the best quarterback that the Cleveland Browns have had. Probably since a guy named Bernard Kosar.
That's Bernie Kosar.
But
okay.
they talking to another guy trying to get him to be the quarterback of the team that's supposed to be mine.
Okay. Now, Baker or Mr. Mayfield, which one would you prefer me call you?
I don't really care. I just want you to help me.
Okay. No problem, Baker. Do you understand that the NFL, while I understand you're just looking for loyalty from your organization,
yeah,
but you do realize that this is a business, correct?
What happens when the business is made personal, sir? This has been personal. I gave my heart and soul to the city of Cleveland. I was out there playing all fucked up last year because I'm trying to get a contract extension because I feel I deserve it. I took him to the playoffs, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
I took him to the playoffs, Doc.
Well, you do realize that Kirk Cousins took a team to the playoffs once.
He's paid, bitch.
Bad example.
Very bad example.
The point that I'm trying to make, Baker, is that this quarterback that they were talking to, I believe it was Deshaun Watson, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, they must think that he is an upgraded quarterback over you. And it is a team's responsibility to make upgrades at any position that they feel necessary. Do you understand that?
Not really, because I'm supposed to be the upgrade. I was the number one pick. was driving, 13th in his class the year before. I mean, what makes him better than me?
Well, from the football I've watched, everything.
What the fuck?
Listen, man. While he may be a better player than you have to look at the bright side, son. First of all, you have to understand that this is a business,
You
okay?
keep saying
This is a business, and does Deshaun Watson have the progressive commercials that you have?
No.
Is Deshaun Watson making the revenue that you make outside of the football field?
that's true.
He's had some issues with it. He's had some problems.
Yeah.
But as a football player, the Cleveland Browns see this as an upgrade.
No, it's not an upgrade. I'm the #1 draft pick.
And they realize that they made a mistake.
Motherfucker, how are you helping me?
I'm helping you because you have to get over this part first. This is really happening. This is really happening in real time, Baker. Okay, you have to accept reality before you can move on and have a more productive career. So please, stop your damn sniveling.
Really?
And you just have to know, that this comes with the turf.
Your mama.
Okay? I mean, you still have a lot of things going for you. I mean, maybe the Colts may give you a call, or the Seahawks, or the USFL. We never know. Hey, I mean, I'm tight with Dwayne Johnson. Maybe I can get you on an XFL team as well.
What? Man, fuck you, motherfucker. Give me my money back. I'll give you my money back.
No, that's not gonna happen, Baker. Who knows? Maybe it could go that way. Oh my goodness. Look, I'm not trying to make fun of somebody's pain, but the goodbye message and then the trade demand message just kind of caught me by left field, because I'm like, dude, it is a business. You look at, Matt Ryan, they were talking to, Atlanta was talking to Deshaun Watson too. Matt Ryan didn't put "it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday" tweet out there. You just handled it. It is what it is. And if you're a quarterback of the Carolina Panthers, can you really get offended for them talking to Deshaun Watson? So, like I said, you just got to be a professional about it, man, and understand that it happens, bro. It happens. And for more information, I had to bring my dog in. Tony is on the line. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's going on?
This free agent frenzy. I said earlier in the show, I said March Madness is supposed to be about college basketball, but the March Madness has really been in the NFL free agent department. Now, what I was talking about was Deshaun Watson. What do you think of the Deshaun Watson trade?
That's a steep price to pay. I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of it. I guess, we'll have to see it put together on the field with him, but that's a steep price to pay. I know they wanted to move on from Baker, but, that's a lot to give up for a guy.
Now, I just did like a funny little skit about Baker Mayfield. Well, how do you think? Well, who do you think? First of all, what do you think is going to happen? Obviously, he's going to get traded. But how do you think Baker handled this? Handled the situation as a professional quarterback?
I have no issue with it. I mean, he sort of kind of voiced his displeasure without slaying the organization, but at the same time, what I gather from him, he don't want to sit there behind Watson, obviously, and I'm sure Cleveland would like to get an asset for him. So I feel like, best offer between the teams he's interested in would make all parties happy. Trade him to the Colts if the Colts are willing to give up something decent for him.
I've heard the Colts and the Seahawks being the main people interested for Baker Mayfield, but I've also heard the Colts interested in Matt Ryan. So if you have
I've heard that as well.
Yeah. So if you have a choice between getting Baker Mayfield and Matt Ryan, who are you taking?
I'm taking Baker. I'm taking Baker because Ryan is pretty long in the tooth, and a lot of the same things you might say about Baker Mayfield right now, you're saying about Matt Ryan at age what?
Yeah, he's about to be, I believe, 37 years old.
Right. So those same question marks present themselves in terms of Matt Ryan. Now, I do believe that Matt Ryan is the better quarterback, but it doesn't mean he's a better option.
Well, let me give you a scenario. Okay, and I understand that. Because I think both of them would probably get the same option. Because I think wherever Baker Mayfield gets traded to, I don't think they're not going to do a long-term extension with him. I think the next season when he plays, whoever he plays for, he's going to be on a 1-year, pretty much prove it deal. So if you're the Colts and you have the option between giving Matt Ryan a 1-year deal or Baker Mayfield, you still taking Baker?
I'd still take Baker.
Okay.
On upside alone, there is no upside to Matt Ryan.
Right.
At this point, he is what he is.
Yeah, very true.
Maybe Reich is saying, I can work with Baker.
He said that about Wentz,
the
too.
issue with why he couldn't work with Wentz. I don't know if Baker Mayfield has that same thing going on. I don't think he does.
Okay.
So I would take the chance. If I had to go 1 year, I'd take the chance on Mayfield rather than Ryan, because first of all, why would Matt Ryan sign a 1-year deal?
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, that's true. What I heard about Matt Ryan was possible 2-year deal. But I figured they would get close to similar, contract offers. But I heard 2 years for Matt Ryan. And one reason why, they've said the Colts is because literally the Colts have done this for the last 3 seasons. Ever since Andrew Luck retired, it's been different quarterbacks on a 1-year, let's see what you can do deal. So you figure they may do that again. But, I mean, they may take Baker because of the age and the upside. Davante Adams, what you think?
I think that Green Bay was smart in locking up Aaron Rodgers and then doing making a team decision. He still has that option to retire. You can leave all that money on the table and retire, but it is what it is. I'm sure he's not a happy camper. I'm not quite sure why the Packers did that. I'm just not sure.
Well, for all intents and purposes, what the stories that have been coming out is that Aaron Rodgers knew that after he signed his contract, he knew that the likelihood is that Davante Adams was going to be gone, and that he was okay with that.
Okay. I mean, I believe that if I heard him literally say it.
No, you probably won't. You won't.
Yeah, I can't see why he would say that. Like, what's the end game there, Aaron? To get rid of Davante to make the team better? You got money to pursue who in free agency? You got those draft picks now. Granted, they're probably going to get him a weapon in the first round because we already seen what happened with the Packers when they drafted not Aaron Rodgers approved in that first round.
Or you could try to pick up Julio or Jarvis. They're still out there.
Yeah, but why would you get rid of Davante to do that? That makes literally no sense.
Pennies on the dollar. And I think that Davante left, honestly, because from what I heard, the Packers could have made him the same offer. Because remember, they said they were going to franchise him. And he said he won't play under no damn franchise tag. So then I heard the Packers could make him the same offer. I think Davante Adams wanted to get traded because I think he was tired of all the year-to-year drama that's going on with Aaron Rodgers and the organization.
You might be right. They gave the impression that they was best buddies, but and they may be friends, but maybe you're right. He's just tired of the PR every year.
And Aaron Rodgers may be his friend, but Derek Carr is his best friend. That makes a difference too. And I didn't even know that. I forgot that they had played together in college and all that jazz, and that they're next door neighbors. Like, that's crazy. So
get to play in some warm weather.
And,
maybe so.
Yeah, and a controlled climate atmosphere in that beautiful dome in Vegas.
Yep.
So now I wanted to get Von Miller back. Von Miller made a business decision that I don't blame him. To be honest with you, I was really
mad at Von.
I ain't mad at him neither.
I thought we were in the sweepstakes, but with that price tag, I'm glad we were not in the sweepstakes.
And that's why I ain't mad at Von, because
really going for it now, but going for it now with that size contract, but for Von Miller, no.
Well, that's what surprised me was, Von is 33 years old, and like I said, shout out to him. I love Von Miller. I'm always gonna love Von Miller. I'm not mad at him for taking a 6-year, $120 million contract. Do I think he's gonna play the full 6 years? No. But him getting over $50 million guaranteed, I don't think that's ever happened, that a defensive player, particularly a linebacker, has gotten 2 separate $100 million contracts. Do you remember that ever happening?
No, and that's an overpay. That's a clear overpay for Von Miller. I guess Bills didn't want to get into a bidding war, and so they just said, we're going to throw this on the wall and see how the rest of the NFL feel about it. And the minute they threw that out there, they had it, because no other team in their right mind is going to pay that money.
Well, the report that I heard, and literally just a few minutes ago, was that the Bills didn't contact Von Miller. Von Miller contacted the Bills.
Yeah, I mean, I get that his agent reached out, but you still,
that money,
market value. You set the market value for a 33-year-old linebacker that no one was gonna match.
Now, he's an all-time great. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying
no one was going to.
Yeah, right. Exactly. No, like
that.
And I'm not mad. Like I said, I'm not mad at him for taking that dough. But I figured out of that 6-year deal, unless he, is like Bruce Smith, where Bruce Smith was elite all the way up to the day he retired, even at 40 years old with Washington. Unless he's like Bruce Smith, you'll probably get maybe about 3 good years of Von Miller, because Von Miller became Von Miller again when he went to the Rams and he got healthy. Make no mistake about that. I'm still not paying that price tag for him, much as I love him. But if you're Buffalo now, this is your window, because Buffalo, not only are you adding Von Miller, you're getting Tre'Davious White back from the ACL injury, and you were already the number 1 defense in football. That's kind of scary. This is your window.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's their thought process, but that's a lot of money to give Von Miller, and that is clearly they priced him out of what he's worth.
Now, if Von Miller goes out and gets 18 to 20 sacks, that's not
going to happen, though.
Like I said,
there's nothing in his trajectory that has shown that he's that guy.
That he's still that guy?
A really good player, but he's not that guy, not 18 sack guy. And to be fair, you're not doing that with Buffalo, number 1 defense, but if the Rams are a sample size, yeah, you could see him in that 10-sack range, based on playing with Aaron Donald and Floyd. Buffalo is not all that different, and they have a really good front.
Yeah, they do.
But I just don't see him. That's too much money for Von Miller.
I could see Von Miller. I could see his best year with Buffalo being about 14 sacks, which is still very good. But that means, like I said, I ain't mad at you, Von. Get paid. Go ahead, get your guaranteed money. Play for Buffalo 3 years, then they'll release you, and you come on to Denver and retire, because we still gonna be in the thick of things. And speaking of the AFC. Bro, is the AFC not all out war?
Yeah, on paper. It seems that way. Yeah, on paper it seems that way. Some things still have to be addressed. I'll say this, in terms of Broncos, in terms of the whole Randy Gregory, now that we have some insight, a little bit more insight, that's your headache. That's y'all headache. And I say that because Randy Gregory is not being honest. And once when you got receipts, things are a little different than just social media or he say, she say. Literally, his contract verbiage was posted. It's the same contract verbiage that was in his initial contract. So if he thought that they were going to remove that language, maybe that's what he thought, because they made weed legal. And, I don't know. Maybe he thought they were going to remove that contract verbiage. But to say they were acting in bad faith, bruh, you were acting in bad faith the whole time you were there, suspension after suspension, collecting paychecks. The verbiage was literally the same. Now, I'll put up some of that as agents playing games, but at the end of the day, you control your agent, not the other way around.
I'm not worried about them. I'm not honestly worried. The Randy Gregory contract made me laugh because of the circumstances with Dallas. Like I told you last week, I'm not high up on. I'm higher on the DJ Jones signing, the lineman from San Francisco. You know, that's the one I was really excited about because for all intents and purposes, Randy Gregory is telling you he's going to fuck up again. He just doesn't want to lose no money in the process. So I'm not, oh, we got Randy Gregory. I don't care. DJ Jones is the one I care about. If we get Bobby Wagner, great. But we've made upgrades, as have all the AFC West teams made upgrades. And the two.
That's how I interpret it. That he want that leeway to be able to mess up and no one mess with his money. When
as soon as I heard something about verbiage, I said,
Lawrence did where he was talking about contract negotiations. He said that same verbiage is in his contract, but he don't have that problem. Why? Because he don't mess up. It's a done deal now, and if he's, like I said, if he stays on the field, great. He's in the same position that a young rising linebacker that we have named Jonathan Cooper is in, which is why Von Miller became expendable. So if Randy Gregory screws up, we actually do have another linebacker in the same position that is more than capable of filling the void. So I'm not really worried about that. Now, what do you think of the Rams trading, first of all, getting Allen Robinson? I was talking to my brother Sean. I was like, how the hell do the Rams keep doing this? Getting Allen Robinson, but then trading Robert Woods. What do you think about that? Well, to be fair, I think they screwed Woods.
Yeah.
I think they screwed Woods. I think, he got a ring, but I'm sure that's not how he wanted to get a ring.
Oh, sure.
And coming back from an injury, there's nothing that says that the dude can't come back and be a force. And being as though you're not hurting in that department, in the receiver department, literally there was no reason to make that move. Now, in the case of Robinson, I'm sure going into free agency, he thought he was going to get more than what the Rams ended up giving him. I think I'm trying to figure out is, and really I'm not trying to figure it out. At some point, the Rams will be in cap hell, but they're willing to accept that eventuality. That's what some teams are willing to do.
That's the new way. That is gonna be the new way of the NFL. F them picks. Real talk. You know it's a copycat league, just like I know it's a copycat league. F them picks just won a Super Bowl. And that's the way a lot of teams are going to go for it. Now, do you think that they traded Woods so they could still get Beckham's? They could still sign Beckham? Oh, before you answer that question, breaking news. The Colts have acquired Matt Ryan. You got your answer.
Wow. What'd they give up to get Matt Ryan?
A 2022 third-round pick.
Well, okay. Now the question becomes, what kind of contract do they work with him?
Yep, this is just in. Breaking news. We were just talking about this about 5 minutes ago. The Indianapolis Colts have traded for quarterback Matt Ryan to the Atlanta Falcons. And right now it is saying that it is for a 2022 third-round draft pick. And, yep.
But then what do the Falcons do now?
And as a part of that pursuit, the Falcons and Matt Ryan were able to push back a $7.5 million roster bonus. So I don't know. Maybe the Falcons will try to get Baker Mayfield. I don't know. That could be realistic. You then would have a new young nucleus, Baker Mayfield and Kyle Pitts. Who knows what's going to happen with Ridley, but you figured this was going to happen today because I believe it was by 4 o'clock. If nothing had happened, they would have owed Matt Ryan a roster bonus. So it was either now or never for the Falcons. And they did it. They pulled the trigger.
I'll say this. Recent history, this has been the most quarterback movement, at least. And it's only a handful, but that's usually is maybe one guy. You know, at most two. It's been, what, 4?
Well, Russell Wilson, now Matt Ryan, Deshaun Watson. You'll have Baker Mayfield, Carson Wentz. Yeah.
Baker Mayfield. So make 5 dudes.
And the Rams just gave Matt Stafford an extension, a very smart extension, because maybe this is why the Rams can still keep doing this stuff, because Matt Stafford did not clear them out. He didn't clean them out with an extension, and he just won a Super Bowl. He signed a very, very team-friendly extension, which will allow them to keep putting pieces around him. So maybe this is, all of that stuff, it goes hand in hand. The Woods trade, you save some money. You sign Allen Robinson to, not the bag that he was looking for, but, he was happy enough to take it. And maybe you still have money for Odell.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we let Lyle Collins walk for nothing.
Yep, you sure did, because he just went to the Bengals. Boy, that's all the Bengals. Bro, that's why I'm saying the AFC is all-out war. All the Bengals needed was an offensive line. They still got to the Super Bowl, and they've addressed that. So, okay, so where do you now we know what things are on paper. Where do you see? What's the realistic goals? Where do you see the direction of the AFC North for starters?
The North is still it's still hard to tell because there's moves that have yet to be made, but you'd have to potentially pencil in Cleveland as the favorite.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you'd have to pencil them as the favorite, followed by Baltimore, because I imagine they get healthy, and they haven't lost much, but they haven't gained anything either.
I couldn't disagree with you more about the Cleveland pick. That sounds sexy right now. Why? And I tell you this why. Because you're forgetting that the NFL will probably still suspend him for the conduct detrimental whole issue. I believe you're probably saying that thinking that Deshaun Watson is going to be playing a full 17 games. I sincerely doubt that. Now, you may be very, very, very right if he does not get suspended. But to me, I still have to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. Why? Because, they have a respectable defense. They've addressed their only issue. Okay, they've addressed their only issue. They still have better skill position players than anybody in that division with Mixon, Chase, Boyd, and Higgins. They've addressed the offensive line. They just came from the Super Bowl, and Baltimore, I would have to put Baltimore in there second because, like you said, they haven't gained much. They haven't lost much either. You have to assume, I'll assume with Lamar Jackson and the plethora of running backs being back that they'll be better. And to me, Cleveland is a question mark because you don't know how many games Deshaun is going to miss, first of all. And I actually like the fit in Pittsburgh with Trubisky.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, that depending on what happens with Deshaun Watson will probably determine how that division shakes out. But that's why I had Baltimore as that close second because, again, from a team cohesion standpoint, I think that Baltimore clearly Cincinnati has more on paper talent. They just came from the Super Bowl, but a healthy Baltimore team, I believe, give them a run.
Well, I believe that too, but I would put those two teams over Cleveland, and particularly, I think to me, I don't think Cleveland's expectations should honestly be for the 2022 season because you don't know what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson and the suspension. To me, I would be looking forward to 2023. I wouldn't put all my eggs in this basket for this year because there's too many uncertainties with your quarterback. Now you've gotten the job done. You've gotten your franchise quarterback. But this season is not going to be, you don't know what's going to happen this season. I mean, hell, Goodell could suspend him for the whole year. I don't think he will, seeing as how he just sat out a year willingly. But, I mean, he could be suspended for half of the season. So I would be more or less looking forward to 2023.
I think that that's going to be a big legal battle because the NFL has been doing that for years, and it's not even-handed. They pick and choose who they choose to do that. Suspend them, irregardless of the court disposition. I think this one's going to be a big fight, though.
I think so, too. And I think it would have been, honestly, once Deshaun Watson got cleared of any criminal charges, I think the NFL should have done the teams who were looking for him a solid by letting them know off the bat, hey, he's going to be suspended for X amount of games.
Yeah, but I don't think that that's a solid. I think literally the NFL need to take a powder and stop. We got our own investigators type mess because you did Zeke wrong with that, but then you turn around hypocritically and let who is it? They let Reuben Foster.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ignored that situation. You know, come on now.
Well, Reuben Foster, the chick came out and said she lied.
Yeah, but still. You know, you have a situation where a player, the prosecutors came out and said that there was no there with Zeke. So what's the difference?
Well, when I said do a solid,
there's no there, that's the reason why we didn't charge him. What's the difference?
Well, when I said do a solid, I meant that as to saying, okay, you know he's going to be suspended for that may change the way teams approach him and as far as trade assets and trade value. Because if
I get that.
Yeah.
But my problem is the NFL even having to say that.
Oh, well I understand what you're saying.
Deciding, irregardless to what happened. If somebody dropped the charges, why you, NFL, going to do an independent investigation with the thought process we're going to punish this guy when legally he wasn't punished?
No, I get that. I don't agree with that with the NFL at all. I mean, if the player didn't do anything out that would land him any jail time, or not even so much as probation, you shouldn't be able to play God with their career. I don't like that either. I don't like that either, honestly. Because a hint of mind your own damn business needs to come into play at some point in time.
Right. Because then it becomes a question, at least to me, it becomes a question, okay, so you had your independent investigator, and they determined something that the legal people couldn't find out, the prosecutor's, DA's office couldn't find out. Well, aren't you obligated to turn that over to the DA's office then?
Right. Yeah. Well,
you know something that they don't know. I mean,
the NFL literally thinks the NFL literally thinks it has its own ecosystem. Now, a quick question before we quickly switch topics. I meant to ask you this last week. Now that the season is over, it's been over. What is your top 5 most disappointing teams from last season?
Top 5 most disappointing teams from this past season. Mm-hmm. My Cowboys, the San Diego Superchargers, the Buffalo Bills, the Tennessee Titans, and number 5. I'm going to say the Seahawks.
Well, I know what you were doing. You were kind of naming teams that didn't get the job done, and I get it. My list is quite different, although my Denver Broncos for me at number 5 because I did expect to make the playoffs with the roster that we had, and I thought Bridgewater was going to be good enough to drive the bus into the playoffs. The Broncos, number 5. The Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, I have to go. Yeah, I have the Seahawks as being a disappointing team, too.
Missed the obvious one, too, but go ahead. You might name them.
No, go ahead. Let me know.
Colts.
Huh?
The Colts.
Absolutely. Yes, the Colts were next up on my list. Yes, the Colts were definitely next up on my list. The New York Giants were a disappointment to me because, remember, I called them to win the NFC East at the beginning of last season because I said they had to. Well, hey, they disappointed. And, of course, number 1 was the Cleveland Browns for me. the most disappointing team last year. And those were teams that I named that did not reach the playoffs at all. Now, quickly, NBA, sir. We're getting down to that nitty-gritty. Steph Curry's injury. What do you think the impact of Steph Curry's injury is going to have?
I think Phoenix is already, my pick over them anyway. I think that makes it even more likely. Just in general, it opens up the door for Utah or one of these other teams to maybe,
Memphis
make a little noise.
You heard me? Memphis.
Yeah.
Memphis has they've overtaken them. Yeah, they've overtaken them in the stat line.
But I still think Phoenix far and away is better than all of them.
Oh, yeah. I want to see Phoenix versus Golden State in the West Finals. I wouldn't be mad if it's Memphis because I think Ja Morant is the best show in town. But I really want to see Phoenix and Golden State. I do.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see. But again, that being said, it'll be a scramble. Even with the injury, Golden State is still good, so it'll be a scramble for whoever ultimately ends up getting smacked up by Phoenix.
Well, Golden State is still good because they got their most valuable player back. And people may say, well, Steph is their most valuable player. No, it's not. It's Draymond. Draymond is their most valuable player because the way he can run the offense and the presence that he is on defense. So yeah. I don't see Golden State going past. I don't see Utah catching them, even though they're only 2 games back. But your Bulls up now flirting with the play-in tournament, sir.
Yeah, it's been a rough 6-7, but again, if you look from top to bottom, we're right there. We got a bunch of home games coming up, especially after this brutal West Coast road trip, and Patrick Williams is finally back. He's playing tonight against the Raptors, but these are games that we have to win.
Yeah, because the Raptors, you're only a game and a half behind the Raptors are in the 7th spot. And y'all only have a game and a half up on them. And you're only a half game up on Cleveland for the 6th spot.
Yeah.
But you're 3 games back of ball.
We got a homestand coming up, and we got a bunch of East opponents, and we can improve that position. Hopefully Billy Donovan gets rid of some of his stubbornness and will play the lineups that he should play as opposed to giving entitlement minutes to these little midgets. Love Javonte Green, bro, but he's 6'4". 6'4". You got a 6'9" dude, 20-year-old 6'9" dude coming back tonight. Get him minutes.
I still say when it's said and done, I still see Milwaukee coming out of the East. Even though Miami is 3 games up on them because the Sixers have come back down to earth, and I still don't trust James Harden. Now, James Harden, even though he's not the number 1 option in Philly, I just don't trust him in big moments. I don't. I really don't. I trust Embiid. As long as Embiid is healthy, I trust that dude. And I think Philadelphia has to do something to get Tobias Harris back integrated in that offense. To me, Cleveland and Chicago were the good stories of the regular season. I've always felt that way. Now, DeRozan is a legitimate MVP candidate, and I don't want to see Cleveland have to struggle through the play. And I want to see Cleveland legitimately get in the playoffs because they can legitimately tell LeBron if there are any thoughts of LeBron maybe wanting to come back there. No, thanks. We're good. We got a good nucleus. You go ahead, stay out there in Tinseltown. But at the end of the day, team cohesion is going to mean everything. I still think Milwaukee's going to come out. I do. And I think we're going to end up getting an NBA Finals rematch. Phoenix and Milwaukee. That's what I think it's going to end up being. Because now, would it surprise me if Miami was in the finals? It wouldn't. I totally forgot that they had Oladipo.
Yeah, he's an invisible dude.
He never plays. Like, he's always hurt.
Yeah.
But Miami, it wouldn't surprise me with Miami because they're so deep. They're so deep. And with Butler and Lowry and Hero and Bam and Oladipo and PJ Tucker, like, they're a deep-ass team. But I don't know. But when is Lonzo coming back?
No set date yet. Apparently, I wouldn't say he had a setback, but he's not doing full speed activities yet. So there's that. Whatever that means. They haven't yet said he's out for the season, so that's a plus. But I don't know. They're so tight-lipped about these guys. Like the Patrick Williams thing. They didn't even announce, oh, he's close. It just popped up today. He's playing tonight. I didn't even know the dude was in full contact practice.
Well, it was just announced that Zion will not be back for this.
That.
Yeah, he will not be there for the regular season.
But yet he's gonna try to force his way away from them and get a max contract somewhere.
I would not give him a max. No way. You know what? I would. You know what kind of contract I would give Zion? Remember the contract the Packers would give Eddie Lacy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be the way you have to literally get your weight checked. Your weight has to be a certain amount. You have to be at a certain weight at a certain time of the season. Because now, while I've seen him recently, he looks in a lot better shape, but I would not give him a max contract. You've been in the league for 3 years and you played 86 games. The fuck? I give you no max contract. Give you a max diet, fat boy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, no, bro. Now, of course, we all know when you played the majority of last season, you were awesome. 27 points a game. Everybody knew what you were going to do and they couldn't stop it. But, bro, if your best of ability ain't your availability, I ain't giving you no max contract. Now, the Knicks will go out and do something dumb like that. They'll do it.
Especially given, they got to do something to distract away from the terrible season that they putting up. So, yeah,
Tell me
I
about
wouldn't be surprised to see the Knicks do that.
And they got R.J. Barrett, who's actually becoming a really good player, surprising me. And they got Cam Reddish. So I think that a lot of people were saying this a couple of weeks ago that's the moves that are being made to try to get Zion to come to the Knicks. You have all of his boys from Duke come play with him. Again, I didn't think Cam Reddish was ready to come out of school when he did. But R.J. Barrett is actually turning into a player. I don't know if you've been paying attention to him, but he's averaging about 20.
Yeah.
He's actually
Well, the reason why R.J. Barrett is successful is because they're running a lot of things through him, but mostly he plays D. If you play D, then you're in favor with Tibbs, regardless of what the team is doing. As long as you play D.
Well, that was your coach. You would know. So
that's how Tibbs is. If you don't play D, then guess what? You don't play.
And I think a lot of it's because Derrick Rose has been out for most of the season. So he has the ball in hand a lot more. And the fact that they totally shut down Kemba Walker. I wasn't a fan of that at all. But
Kemba don't play D. What I just say. Doesn't matter if Kemba is an offensive threat, night in, night out. Kemba could drop 25 a night. And if you don't play D, Tibbs is going to find a role for you on that bench.
That's what he's done. But anyway, bro, let me get up out of here. Fun as always, wonderful as always, and keep.
I'm gonna say this, Barton shot. So apparently we did talk to Honey Badger. Didn't even know that. Didn't even know he came in for a meeting. But and apparently in the podcast today, Jerry Jones said he personally talked to him, and I don't know what heavy interest in Zadarius translates to with us. But, yeah, I guess that's a guy that's still on our radar, too, Zadarius Smith.
Okay. Well, until next time, we'll get more into detail with that. All right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. My man, Tony. Now, I love Tony dearly, and I'm sure he'll listen to this. Ain't nobody worried about no damn Cowboys. Not even a little bit. You win the NFC East. Good for you. But anyway, on to the next topic. How's your bracket looking? How is your bracket looking? Because if it looks anything like mine, it's pretty fucked up. I'm just, for lack of a better term. we are done with the first weekend of the NCAA tournament, and the madness was real. Let's see now. As far as my Final Four goes, 2 of the 4 teams that I picked to go to the Final Four were eliminated. I'm gonna tell you what, Kentucky screwed up everybody's bracket. My Final Four was, I don't think I said this last week. My Final Four was Gonzaga, Kentucky, Arizona, and Auburn. Well, Kentucky lost to the 15th seed St. Peter's Peacocks. They lost to the damn Peacocks, okay? And in round 1, and Auburn lost, I want to say it was yesterday. Auburn lost to Miami, and the ACC. Oddly enough, the ACC is actually look good. This was a down year for the ACC. They only sent 5 teams: Duke, Carolina, Miami, Notre Dame, and Virginia Tech. And oddly enough, the only team that lost in round 1 from the ACC was Virginia Tech, and which went against my bracket because I had them beating Texas, but I also had Richmond losing to Iowa. But Richmond ended up beating Iowa, but then proceeded to get slaughtered against Providence, a game I actually thought that they were going to win. So the state of Virginia is all done when it comes to the NCAA men's basketball tournament, because not only is Richmond and Virginia Tech eliminated, Longwood got their asses whipped. Norfolk State got their asses really whipped by the national champion Baylor Bears, who went on to lose to the North Carolina Tar Heels. Did y'all see that game, bruh? North Carolina did everything in their power to self-destruct. They were up by 25 points, and Baylor put on a furious rally to force the game into overtime. But if there is a darling in this tournament, like I said, it is St. Peter's, the small school out of Jersey City, New Jersey, coached by a former Seton Hall player named Shaheem Holloway. They have made it to the Sweet 16. They knocked off Kentucky in overtime. Then they beat Murray State. Man, this is something. Now, the next game that St. Peter's plays is against Purdue. And let me tell you something, you guys. This is not me being a prisoner of the moment. They're from New Jersey. They're a school in New Jersey. The round of Sweet 16 in the East region is going to be played in Philadelphia. That's pretty much a home game for them. The small school that they are, I guarantee you, is going to be deep at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. I would not be surprised to see St. Peter's make it to the Final Four. I'm being real with you, because this feels like George Mason. Okay, 2006, when the George Mason Patriots made it to the Final Four. Once they got to the round of 16, the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 games were in Washington, D.C. If you know where George Mason is at. It's in Northern Virginia. Those were like home games, man. It has the George Mason feel to it. And this dude, Shaheem Holloway, he ain't gonna be coaching at St. Peter's much longer. It's a young brother who's energetic, but he keeps things in his proper perspective. I watching his interview after the first game when they beat Kentucky, and the lady interviewing him was like, "Well, you're not even nervous." He said, "What am I nervous for? This is basketball." In a nutshell, for real. And they are definitely the darlings of the tournament. Now, Duke beat Michigan State, so, Coach K is still up in there. And honestly, I respect Coach K's greatness, but I'm not invested in Duke. I don't like Duke, so I really don't care. Like everybody else is making it a big deal. Great career, salute, blah, 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 blah. North Carolina, like I said, they squeaked by Baylor. They're dangerous now. They're dangerous. North Carolina now has a Sweet 16 matchup against UCLA. That's going to be fun to watch. UCLA versus North Carolina, and then you have Purdue versus St. Peter's in the East region. In the West region, Gonzaga, they had to survive against Memphis. They had to survive against Memphis. Penny Hardaway's team put up a great fight, but they will go to the Sweet 16, and they will play against Arkansas, the Razorbacks from the SEC. And, of course, Texas Tech will play Duke. That's the only only region in my bracket that has gone according to form. Now, I had Davidson beating Michigan State, and I had Davidson beating Michigan State, and I had Alabama beating Notre Dame. But as far as the teams that are in the Sweet 16, it's going perfectly to form. And I have Texas Tech actually beating Duke in the Sweet 16. In the South region, the Arizona Wildcats will play Villanova. That's going as according to form for me. I'm sorry, I'm so dumb. They will play Houston. How's it going? I had Chattanooga. I had 13 seed Chattanooga going to the Sweet 16, but the Houston Cougars are making their third straight Sweet 16 or fourth straight Sweet 16. So they're going to give Arizona a real battle. And then Michigan. How about Michigan? Didn't even think they should have made the damn tournament, 17-14. And what does Juwan Howard's team do? They go to the Sweet 16. Michigan will play Villanova, the Wildcats. So in the South region, you have Arizona versus Houston, Michigan versus Villanova. And for the Midwest, the Kansas Jayhawks. They will be playing the Providence Friars. Providence beat South Dakota State, annihilated Richmond. And then the, oh my goodness, Iowa State. Iowa State, this is the thing with Iowa State. Last season, they were 2-22. That was their record, 2-22. And Iowa State is in the Sweet 16. And they're going to go up against Miami. So you'll have a 11th seed versus a 10 seed for the right to get to the Elite 8 in the Midwest. So, I mean, but what a turnaround for Iowa State. So in the Midwest, you have Kansas versus Providence and Iowa State versus Miami. Okay. So like I said, how's your bracket looking? Like I said, because if it looked like mine, it's all fucked up. Straight up. And of course, with that being said, Brother Calvin is kind enough to grace me with his presence. What's up, bro?
What's going on?
Nothing, strange ass nigga. Where you been at?
I got a new phone. I got a new phone. I texted you as soon as I got it. You was like, who is this? I'm like, who you think it is?
I ain't nigga. I didn't know who it was.
Text back.
You said what?
And you ain't never text back. I thought I was blocked.
No, I didn't know who it was, bro. You kept saying, you know who this is, and I'm like, nigga, who is this texting me? You could have been some random stalker chick. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. How's your bracket looking?
I didn't do one this year. It always sneak up on me so fucking fast, man. You know, college basketball is like the fastest moving. I was just thinking about it. It's the fastest moving thing in sports. Like, you look at like the playoffs, the NFL playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That lasts about 2 months, but that's only like 12 or 14 teams. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It just always sneak up on me. By the time you realize this year's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think a lot of it is because, in January you do have the NFL playoffs, and then you have the NBA, which is just getting into gear, and then you have then you have the Super Bowl, then you have All-Star break, and poof, right after that is March Madness.
Yes. And I ain't never, really been big on basketball, so it's like, it's like, oh yeah, be in the middle of it, and these niggas real good, just take our word for it, So, you're like, yeah, who is this nigga? Who is that nigga? Who is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Well, okay. The Brody is a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. He's a real Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. He ain't no Brady bandwagon. But with that being said, how do you feel about Tom Brady? Essentially, to me, the retirement was nothing. You know, sports media is going to be dramatic and make things more dramatic than it actually is. He's back.
I think my first initial thought about it was, when he first happened, I was like, well, man, hopefully he just wanted to be left the fuck alone this summer. You know what I'm saying? So he put it out there right after, like, look, I'm retired. Don't ask me, don't call me no more, don't text me no more, fuck y'all back. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? But then I hear the stuff, maybe he was trying to get to the, play this, play
to the 49ers and shit.
Yeah, and then because I was superstitious, I said I wasn't gonna watch his man in the arena thing until we was done till the season was over. And I fucked around and watched it after we lost to the Rams, like fuck it. And then it was like it just left it in. If you watch the shit, it's not complete. It don't say nothing about, it's supposed to talk about all the Super Bowls, but it said nothing about the Tampa Stadium. So I'm like, well, maybe it's for publicity stuff. Like, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, like, watch the part. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is, the world we live in now, everything is planned.
Premeditated.
And
yeah.
And premeditated. All the emotions, everything out of, you know what I'm saying? But if you listen to him talk, he just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, right now is his best chance to, he playing too good. It's not like you, okay, I don't want to play no more. You know, I did everything. You know, he playing. It's what he likes to do, and he's good at it. You know what I'm saying? And you give me this. Don't get me wrong. You give me that bullshit about them cheering. Them cheering almost grown, and them cheering in a $13 million house. You know what I'm saying? Because daddy is away. They'll understand. You see what I'm saying?
Well, damn. While I don't totally disagree with you, but you're saying that from a person who's never been in that position. Those children have always known money. You know what I'm saying? Right. So to them, the way they look at their $13 million house might be the way that we look at our apartment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So like everybody got a chauffeur. Everybody,
yeah, exactly. So they might legitimately want their dad around.
Yeah, that's true. But they have, you know, like I know, you can make a way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, they live in, you know what I'm saying?
Well, see, this is
the big boy lives like in New York.
Well, that's because that ain't Giselle's child. That's Tom Brady got a baby mama he got a baby mama now. Everybody want to sprinkle him to be out Mr. Perfect. He got a baby mama.
What's wrong with having a baby mama?
Nothing's wrong with having a baby mama, but you let the narrative be written about Tom Brady. This motherfucker's Captain America.
Who's Captain America?
No. See, J.J. Watt is Captain America. Okay. Tom Brady is Captain Planet.
What? Oh, I gotta hear this shit. I want to see Captain Planet.
Tom Brady is Captain Planet because think about it.
One of the most heroes in all the world. If I took a can of oil and threw it on you, you would just fucking. Okay, that's a different podcast right there. But go ahead.
What I'm saying is that because think about it. While Captain America has all his fame because of the Marvel movies, but which one sounds more important, Captain America or Captain Planet? If you take away all the shit that you know about the Marvel movies, I'm just talking about name. Which name sounds more important?
Captain Planet is not part of Marvel.
I know that. I'm just saying in general. Which name sounds more important, Captain America or Captain Planet?
It should be Captain Planet, but it's America, so it's Captain America. So
I mean,
Cause think about it, we police. Cause think about it, we as a nation, we police the world for our interest.
I understand that, but let's put it this way: if aliens came down to America and just said, we're only going to take over this continent of the United States of America, we're only going to take over America, and all of the other countries knew that the only country that being held hostage by aliens was America, they would say, okay, well, how's Captain America going to get us out of this one? But what if they come over and say, I'm going to take over the whole planet? You're going to say, hey, well, we need Captain Planet to kick some ass. So that's why I say.
That's what I'm saying, though. I think I'm trying to say, but from the nerd in me, he was like, that's not gonna fucking work because he can't get dirty. You know what I'm saying? Captain Planet can't get dirty. Literally, he can't. Or he gonna fall. You know what I'm saying? I take Captain America. With that being said, I take Captain America any day.
Well, point I'm trying to make is that Tom Brady might have to hear about this shit 10 years down the road when him and his kids are having that argument and his kid says, well, guess what, Dad? You would rather have your hand underneath another man's ball sacks than be at whatever I'm doing in my life. That was more important to you, Dad.
I see what you're saying.
You would rather be in pads and a helmet than be helping me with whatever I need to help with, Dad.
Yeah, I'm trying to pass your fucking trust fund, you little ungrateful little. That's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to grow this brand because until you kill cancer, you get out here and do it yourself, you're gonna be known as Tom Brady child.
Well, I think, cause to be honest, but see, this is the only thing with me. What the hell does Tom Brady have left to prove? Unfinished business. Nigga, you don't have no unfinished business.
I can dig it. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. It might be a greed thing, but pride always. Now, see, that's a different conversation. It might be a greed thing. It might be an addiction type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
I would lean more of the addiction. Yeah, I would say the addiction thing more. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have more Super Bowls than any entity.
Yes, exactly.
Entity.
What unfinished business do you have?
Person or company, you have more than anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe you want to, because sometimes you don't know what goes in these pro athletes' heads. Maybe you want to set it so far that it's, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, who else is getting 7 Super Bowl rings, bro?
Hey, look, let me tell you something, man. When that shit first happened, right? When you first came back, man, every Cowboy fan in this where I work at was like, they was, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why is he coming back? I'm like, look, why are you so amped? I said, I think what you should do is you should focus on Dallas and focus on how y'all can get y'all shit right. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like they are salty. Like they just, I don't know what it is, man. Like,
man, I don't pay attention to Cowboy fans.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get these people, man. Like why are you worried about our shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, for one, I look at it like this. Tom Brady, when he actually does finally retire, he's going to be a miserable son of a bitch.
Right. Well, maybe that's why but then there you go. If what you say is true, then that's probably why he did.
I guarantee yes. I'm going to tell you this. When he actually retires, 2 years later, he's going to be divorced. I promise you that. I promise you. Okay. And then on top of that, he probably looked at the NFC landscape and said, "Well, damn."
Exactly. He don't have, like, his division is wide open. You know what I'm saying? Like his division, like if you look at the NFC, his division, he got that.
Bruh, the NFC is weak. The NFC is weak as fuck.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like now, Aaron, I don't know what the fuck was going on. And you know what? I was like, what? At first, when Brady came back, I was like, yeah, all my prayers answered. I wondered, you know what I'm saying? I talked, I meditated, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, maybe fucking, who knows, play with on the game next year. I done finally played with, you know what I'm saying? But then, once Devontae Adams got traded, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, I said this to Skip earlier. I said I believe Devontae Adams initially really just wanted out because of all of the last couple of years, nothing but drama with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, I knew they had drama with Aaron Rodgers, but I didn't think it affected him no type way.
Well, you know I mean, if you don't know, well, look, he had a chance. They had a chance against Kansas City to see what Jordan Love got. He said, nah. I didn't realize he was that tight with Derek Carr, though.
I didn't realize. I forgot that they played together.
Yeah, me too. And they like best friends. They neighbors. They're next door neighbors. Now,
I did not know that.
As far as the NFC goes, clearly the buck stops with the Rams. The Rams are the best team. Period. But the only other threat now is y'all. I have to put y'all up next because I don't know what Green Bay is going to look like now with Devontae gone.
Right.
Maybe the Cardinals, if they can kiss and make up with all their issues with Kyler Murray. And that's 3 teams. And I guess whoever wins the NFC East, I guess, because whenever you put expectations on the Cowboys, they do Cowboy shit.
Yeah.
So.
And let me to go back to what you said, like as far as like the Rams, the best team in the NFC. I disagree with that. And you may say I sound bitter, I'm biased, but when we played them in the regular season, you know what I'm saying, our secondary was banged up. And then when we played them in the playoffs, had it not been for Jordan Whitehead, when I played with them, take his slow ass out. You know what I'm saying? We could have basically if we could have beat them, we would have had Super Bowl. Brady would have been retired for good. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you this. And this is not me throwing shade because I have nothing against Tampa Bay's organization. I'm just tired of Tom Brady ass. But
I was too just 2 years ago. It's funny when the rabbit got the gun. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that was me and Peyton Manning. You remember I hated. I hated motherfucking Peyton Manning.
I didn't know you hated Peyton Manning.
I hated Peyton Manning.
You know what I'm saying? I just remember when how excited you was when you got him. You was like, we're going to the Super Bowl. And I was like, you know, that's when I always listened and
I really was.
Listen, you was hyped as a mother.
I really was like that. I
always
was.
respected your opinion. But once you called that shit the way you called that shit, I'm like, this nigga, that's when I started telling you about Skip. You know what I'm saying? Once you called it the way you called it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
That was a turning point for me. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying? And I'm not even mad because I remember when I think I was on this podcast and you told me in your own little way, you were like, I don't think y'all gonna win it. You ain't gonna win it this year. You know what I'm saying? And so you probably win it the year after. I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I did say that.
In the same spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You said it and you said it so quick, like it was like it calculated, it checked out, ship it, fast. You know what I'm saying? And the same way you said we was gonna get Tom Brady. I didn't believe you. I wanted remember.
Yeah, when you remember. Yeah, remember when he said that when his contract was up, I told you, I said, bruh, he is coming to y'all.
Yeah,
I said he is coming to y'all. I said I even put it on a short YouTube. I said, bruh, when Tom Brady first said he's not returning to the Patriots, the first thing I did, I was on a route in Fredericksburg. I stopped what I was doing. And I did a YouTube video. I said, he's leaving New England. I said, I guarantee you he's going to Tampa.
Yeah, I you know, you I'm just pointing out all the time that you know what I'm saying, that you was dead on.
Well,
there was one time, remember one time we was playing, I forgot we were doing the podcast, but I'm just
no, you good.
We're doing the pool, and it was like in 2013, 2012.
Oh, yeah.
And I told you that the Colts was gonna beat Green Bay, and you were like, get out of here. They not gonna beat Green Bay. And for some reason, I was like, they go, you know what I'm saying? That was one of my throws. And that came down to that game, and we didn't win. Because I was, for y'all that listen, I was taking my pools, and I was verified. Me and him would get like 4, 5 sheets, and we would go in there like, that's the laboratory, looking up different scenarios and all this shit. This shit was crazy. And it came down to fucking Aaron Rodgers and Andrew fucking Luck. And I don't fault you for taking Aaron Rodgers, but shit.
Yeah, man. But what I'm saying about that playoff game, don't get it twisted, bro. The Rams were supposed to hang up 50 on y'all. They had some fluke-ass turnovers. I can be honest with you. When Cooper Kupp fumbles, you know it's something. You know it's something in the atmosphere. Cause think about it. Think about this, bro. Von Miller strip sacks Brady, right? It's 27-13. Okay. The Rams got the ball at Tampa Bay's 25. Okay. You put a field goal up there, you pretty much put it out of reach. The very next play, the center snaps at 30 yards over Matthew Stafford's fucking head. You know, I mean, and I'm not. If was a fifth, we all be drunk, but I can't say that because I just said if I was drinking that if too. But what I'm saying is, if they were supposed to do that and they so highly matched, why were we able to come back? Yeah, okay, it may be self-sufficient, but you still got to have some type of talent, some type of gumption to take advantage of that. Look, I'm not knocking the comeback, but what I'm saying is that you can't depend on every time you play the Rams that they're going to turn the ball over 5 times.
I can dig it. I understand. I understand completely.
And your team is not going to look the same as it did last year.
No, it's not. It's not.
And we already know. Okay, the Rams lost Von Miller, yes. But they did just pick up Allen Robinson. The wide receiver, yeah.
I'd much rather see him than the way Odell was balling last year.
The reason why they picked up Allen Robinson so they could trade Robert Woods so that they could re-sign Odell Beckham.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's. Hey, I don't know if it was Belichick or if I don't know if it was Brady. But one thing about them, they don't lose the same. I remember saying they don't lose. Remember we used to say that they don't lose the same shit twice. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Remember? So.
But honestly, the NFC next year is going to be boring. The AFC is all out war.
I I was about to say that. Let's enough about me. Let's talk about you and Mr. Wilson. Hey, brother. If he maybe I'm beginning. You know what? That's a trend now. It's going to be a trend. That's a copycat league. Remember when the New England won their first Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden, even though you had one or two teams like Pittsburgh running 3-4, every team started doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's a new trend too. It's like, okay, sack the squad, sign a high price quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you what the new trend is.
It's a trend, yeah. So we did it with Brady. They just did it with Stafford. Y'all trying to do it.
What's that? No, Brady was a free agent. So you got him and didn't have to give up nothing. But the trend is right there. You said it was Stafford. The Rams said, fuck them draft picks. They went all in with Stafford. They got him a ring. Denver said, fuck them draft picks. We got Russell Wilson. The Cleveland Browns just said, fuck them draft picks. We getting Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And you do know that Matt Ryan was just traded to the Colts today.
I did not fucking know that. I've been at work.
Yep.
Oh, my, for real.
Matt Ryan is a Colt.
Dang, Atlanta. Damn.
Yep.
I wonder if Julio will go out there.
Well, yeah, because he is a free agent. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, shit. I mean, because you know, and as much as even in my division, like Matt Ryan, to me, I feel like sometimes he may get a bit of a unfair because they were like, oh yeah, really the Super Bowl, and they came back, Well, Matt Ryan don't tackle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. But you know what? Ever since 28-3, Matt Ryan's career has been on the decline.
It's been on the decline. Yeah. I mean, they had a squad too. Like that. I don't get it.
I tell you what, though. Should Matt Ryan get because while the Colts have a great line, they have the running game. If they get a legit number one receiver, and you mentioned Julio, but can Julio stay healthy?
So what about T.Y. Hilton?
T.Y. Hilton was hurt most of last year.
But when healthy, is he still?
He's still there. He's still there.
But do you think he still can ball?
We'll have to see because the last 2 years he's been so injury prone. Just like with Julio Jones, the last 2 years he's been so injury prone. Michael Pittman is a good receiver, but he ain't no number one receiver.
Like they got that good running back. You know what I'm saying? They but the dude not low, but
Jonathan Taylor, that's a man right there.
Yeah.
But as far as the AFC goes, the AFC West head and shoulder best division in football.
You said the West? Yeah.
AFC West, help man, because you talking about Denver. Yes, we have made some great upgrades. I think stealing Randy Gregory from the Cowboys was special. That was special.
I wish I would have kept Bryce Callaway. I don't think he was the same player when I knew him was dead.
Well, I don't see, and what I saw, we're thinking about bringing him back because that's really the only weakness we got on defense because we don't know who's going to play opposite of Patrick Surtain. We're thinking about bringing Callahan and Kareem Jackson back. I hope we do. I was actually more excited about the DJ Jones signing from San Francisco, the lineman, as opposed to Randy Gregory, because pretty much Randy Gregory told niggas, yeah, I left the Cowboys because I didn't like the language in the contract because basically I'm going to get high again and I don't want to lose none of my money. That's pretty much what he told you. That's pretty much what he told you. Huh?
Weed?
Yeah, That's pretty much what he told you.
So they still can tell them they can't smoke weed even though it's a legal substance?
Yep. Sure, because the NFL is a privately owned business. They can make their own rules.
Oh, man. That's cool. I guess, you can legally buy steroids and they ban them, so.
Right.
They can tell you, we don't want you to eat peanut butter and jelly.
Yep.
And they catch you with a peanut butter and jelly saying, oh, man. Oh, my goodness. That's crazy.
So, but it's not just Denver who's made the moves because.
That was the first state, one of the first states to legalize weed.
Well, yeah, because remember, Denver legalized weed has been legal in Denver for damn near 10 years now.
Yeah, I had a homeboy that just packed up and moved. Left his girl, left everything, left his job. I was like, damn, nigga.
Nigga needed that cannabis.
That's very crack is of you.
It really is. But it's not just it's not just Denver, because Kansas City upgraded. They went out and got Juju Smith-Schuster, a couple defensive pieces. The Chargers, they go out and get fucking Khalil Mack, J.C. Jackson. You know what I'm saying? And then the Raiders go out and get Chandler Jones to go with Max Crosby. Then they get Devontae Adams. So it's like the whole division.
To go with Deshaun Jackson. If he can still run.
I don't know if they still have Deshaun Jackson. I don't know if they still have him.
That would be a hard. You'd have to play man. You have to play man covers. You'd have to play. You couldn't play with so much shit.
But I know they still have Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller.
Exactly.
So yes, the AFC West is the goddamn Thanos division.
Wow, it's called the Wild. Call it what it is.
The Wild West. Yeah. And then you got the NFC North, because what? You got Cincinnati. They just came from the Super Bowl.
AFC North. They're gonna be good. The Browns gonna be better because they got Deshaun Watson, who I think is one of he's in the words of Rush Limbaugh, I hate to say it, but a magical Negro. I remember when they played the Bills in that playoff game, and Josh Allen balled his ass off, and it was almost like a game of 40. And he made a funky ass throw, and Watson made a funky ass throw, and then Josh Allen made the funkiest throw he ever made in his life, and watch this shit, and he just went out that's funky on it. I think that's a magical cat, man. And I just hope he can be healthy. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember I texted you. I thought we were gonna get him until I don't know if Brady was reading my text message and he was retired. I was like, never mind. You remember?
Yeah.
I was like, because because you just moved and shit. You was like, when you gonna see me? I was soon. But before that, I texted you were gonna get Watson.
Yep.
And then when Brady was retired, I was like, never mind.
But see, the thing about it is, Cincinnati needed to address their offensive line. They've done that. They just got Lyle Collins from the Cowboys, but they've signed about 3 veteran offensive linemen, and I'm sure they're gonna draft linemen too. Because think about it, Burrow gets sacked 70 times last year, and you're 2 minutes away from winning the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But then you got Lamar Jackson and all Baltimore's running backs and defense coming back healthy. Got that. I actually like the fit of Trubisky with Pittsburgh. I actually do like that fit.
I love Trubisky, man. I thought he was good. I think sometimes you have a bad coach.
I don't love him, but I think he fits Pittsburgh.
Sometimes a coach can just.
Bro, let me tell you something.
The right coach, because the coach, and not to put it all on Nagy, but maybe that wasn't the player that he needed. You know
Bro,
what I'm saying?
let me tell you something.
Just like I think with Dallas, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something fishy about Mike McCarthy. It's like.
He's slippery.
I believe it's something he's not the guy we think. He may not be the guy we think. It's because you never know, because he had Aaron Rodgers all these years, and the game evolved. And it seems like the way offenses evolve, defenses have to evolve even faster. So if you have a certain team that is, like obsolete, they hit to you quick, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, your shit probably been obsolete for a while, and it finally caught up with you in Green Bay, and it's catching up with you in Dallas. It's like they winning in spite of something. We don't know what it is. It ain't on defense. But the offense, when they score, it's like they scored in spite of something within. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you sound like Skip Bayless, because Skip Bayless was saying that all last year. But I don't disagree with you. But with Cleveland, and like I was just telling Skip early on the episode, because Skip said that he had Cleveland as the favorite to win the NFC North. I said you can't do it. I said you can't do that. I said because for one, you don't know Deshaun Watson. You don't know how long he's going to be suspended for from the NFL. You
don't know what you're going to get when he first gets back.
That's what I'm saying. You have to keep that in mind. Now, if he does not get suspended, then he may be on to something. But
I don't see why he's getting suspended.
Well, because the NFL likes to. They like to. I told Skip. I said the NFL think they got its own ecosystem. I don't think Deshaun Watson should be suspended because he sat out all of last year.
Yeah, I don't think he did shit for real. He wanted to get flipped. He didn't do nothing to bitch. What happened was he wanted to leave. And Texas, I'm telling you, like certain states like Texas and Louisiana, they don't play like the good old boy system. If they want you, if they want to fuck you, they'll fuck. I'm telling you. Like that. Like I don't think that would have happened anywhere else.
Well,
Not anywhere else, but
that's
it wouldn't
why.
have happened in like California. It wouldn't have happened in like New York. You know what I'm saying? If it did, it wouldn't have got this big. It would have happened. It would have died on the vine and went away. We've seen it for what it is.
Well, that's why I said Deshaun Watson made sure he got that $230 million fully guaranteed. He got a lot of women he about to write checks to. He said, okay, so y'all want me to come play for y'all? Then I don't need. Okay, you want to sign a contract for $230? Okay, I don't need $150 guaranteed. I need the whole shebang.
Yeah,
I got a lot of women
you know
on the pay.
Like I'm telling you, like on some you talk about sports, but white people play them type of games, man. Like if they got more money, you got white people. They got more money than God. They want to make you miserable. They'll just tie you up in court for any type of reason. Some reason. He ain't got his. You know what I'm saying? Like. You know, like I'm telling you, man. Maybe I watch a lot of movies, but like, especially like a state like Texas with that good old boy system.
Oh yeah.
You know
Well, I mean, come on now. How convenient is it that once he says he wants to be traded, 2 weeks later, now people are charging him for sexual misconduct?
Everybody.
Everybody.
You know, and you know what? And not to sound freaky, but why would a nigga with that much money? Because you have sick people out here, but I can't fathom. Why would you put that at risk if you got that type of appetite? Vegas ain't that far from you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can pay. You got enough money to pay anybody to do whatever you want.
It was proven that he was going into Instagram, getting people to come out and massage him. That's on him. Like, bro, you got enough money where you can have one therapist. Like, bro, you can leave them Instagram hoes alone.
Right.
Like, well, I mean, so that's on him.
But that might have helped him because it's a paper trail. You know, all that shit is legal documents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you met a bitch on Backpage, you be like, oh, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? But if he on, I'm saying he could have used that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what?
I don't think the brother was taking nothing from nobody. I think, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that he's going to the perfect place. He ain't need to go to Atlanta. Nope. He didn't need to go to ATL. He didn't need to go to New Orleans. Nope. He didn't need to go to Tampa Bay. Sunny Florida weather. He going out to Cleveland. He gonna have a Cleveland woman come up to him. Hey, Deshaun, you want a massage?
Fucked up. You saying all the bitches in Cleveland are ugly.
Hey, Deshaun, you want me to give you a massage?
No, thank you.
Well, I gave one to LeBron.
Really?
No, but it just sounds good.
I just see what you're saying. Like, it's not a party destination. It's not a tourist destination. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he going right where he need to be.
That's funny. That's funny. You sound like Charles Barkley when you talk about all the bitches in San Antonio.
Hey, he better hit up LeBron. Hey, he better hit up LeBron and be like, bro, where the girls at? Where they at? He probably gonna be like, I don't know, I ain't there.
They probably got some shit out there. You know, Cleveland's one of the biggest mob cities in the world, in the country. You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe he can hit up LeBron or Bone Thugs or something.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him. Cause, so what are he playing with out there? They got Cooper. He got 2 running backs. He got
They got Amari Cooper, the 2 running backs. You still got Donovan Peoples-Jones. I just saw and you still got David Njoku. I just saw today, not too long before I called you, that they're trying to set up a way now where they can bring Jarvis Landry back and Jadeveon Clowney back. Because now you got the quarterback you want. Now niggas want to come there. No disrespect to Baker Mayfield, and you have to listen to the show when I send you the link. I did a Baker Mayfield skit. It's hilarious. You gotta listen to it. Huh?
I said I always thought that Baker Mayfield was just like a really shiny Johnny Manziel. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, minus the drug problem.
Yeah, that's why I said shiny.
and he has a beautiful wife. His wife. Have you seen his wife? Lord, she's a babe. His wife is a babe. She was on a Progressive commercial with him.
Yeah, I've seen her.
She's a babe.
I've seen her. She alright.
Oh, she's a babe.
She's kind of skinny, but she alright.
No, you need to go look up her wiki. Look up her wiki.
Maybe I gotta look again. I don't know.
Yeah, look again.
If a white woman don't look like Adele, I don't know. I love Adele. And don't judge me, Susan Sarandon. Hey, I like what I like.
Hey, none here, man. Look, I have my own list of women to where if I married them, I would have their last name. So it's cool.
Yeah.
I got my own list.
Do Adele even got a last name? I'll be Mr. L.
Hey, I mean, certain women got it like that. I mean, like look at Zendaya. I don't know her last name. But I have my own list of women where if I were to ever be lucky enough, blessed by God, to where they would say, hey, I want you to be my husband, I would say, and I will have your last name legally. I don't give a shit. Kick me, bitch. Do whatever you want to do. I will have your last name. 4 women. I would do that for. That's it.
Who is?
Oh, you gonna put me on the spot like that? Okay. Serena.
Yes.
Serena.
Yes.
Rihanna.
Yes. Okay.
Like I said, Zendaya. She's a little young, but she's 25 years old. She's just cute. She's so cute. And I know you don't know who this chick is, but look her up. She is the most gorgeous out of all of them to me. Her name is Dasha Polanco.
Okay, I gotta look.
Dasha Polanco. I saw her on an episode of this show on Netflix called Evil. And I said, who is this chick? I said,
you make my list seem so shitty. Like, do you remember next Friday? The bitch that was with
Cat Williams?
With Uncle Elroy.
Oh, Samoa?
Not her. That's
Kim. That next Friday. Ken Whitfield.
Yes.
I love her.
Yes.
I love her
too. I love her too.
I love her. I wouldn't give her my last name, but I would still give her a baby now.
Man, let me tell you something.
I love her.
That woman. I love that woman. Adele. You know Jill Scott above all. You know.
Oh yeah, I know you love you some Jill Scott.
Everything I put Beyonce in the trap for Jill Scott. We ain't even talk about that. But I don't know, man. This podcast went left quick. It's this. I forgot. I'm gonna tell you, I had a crush on for a long time since I was small. And I was like young, and I never seen a woman talk like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that was like. I never seen a woman talk like that. Do you remember Athea?
Yeah, Athea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I had a crush on her for a minute.
I do remember her. What? Damn, I forgot all about her.
Yeah, man. I like her. I think all of them are beautiful. There's something about that Ebony horse.
Oh yeah. But bro, I'm telling you, look up Dasha Polanco. I will. Man, I would drink this chick bath water.
Oh man.
I promise you. I'm serious.
Hey, listen. That's this old dude that used to work there named Yancey, right? An old cat, and he was like, he was the definition of the dirty old man. Mm-hmm. He had so many sayings. Like he was saying, I mean, he died this year, but he was like, he said, I would crawl on my stomach through the desert over broken glass just to hear that girl fall through the phone.
Through the phone. No.
Yeah. Hey, that nigga was wild, man. He said, he was one of them niggas, he drove a van, he had a big ass regular keys and shit, and he had like the little towel over the shoulder when it got warm outside. Hey, this nigga was funny. He would be like, boy, I like to take that home and blow bubbles in it. What? Hey, that nigga, he would say shit like she's thicker than cold bacon grease. He would say shit that make you think like, hey, that was a wild dude, man.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, bro. Them four women, excuse me, especially the last one that I named, bro. I will drink her bath water. I would learn to do their hair. I will be their cook. You know what I'm saying? I'll be their cook. I will make up the bed, do their laundry, with extra starch, nigga. And I mean, I'm serious. Those four. Dasha Polanco. Bro, don't make me send you a text. Because then she gonna be, I promise you, she gonna be on your list. I promise you, she will be on your list. And she not even famous like that, bro. She not even famous. I don't see how, but I can kind of understand why. Because I know this industry be wanting you to do some raunchy shit to get to a certain level. But she is beautiful.
Yeah.
and thick and like, oh Lord have mercy.
I'm probably spelling it wrong. You said something. What movie was it? Evil?
It was a Netflix series called Evil. It was a CBS series to Netflix called Evil. It's got Michael Coulter, dude who played Luke Cage.
Oh, that shit, that nigga, yeah.
Hold on, bro. I got you. As soon as I put in DAS, the whole name pop up, nigga. They know me. I ain't bullshitting, bro.
I'll find it.
No, I'm gonna send you a pic, bro.
Yeah, I got it.
Huh?
I found it. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Joshua Polanco. It's fine. Okay.
Just look at a couple of them pictures, bro.
Yeah.
Look at that 2018 MTV VMAs picture, bro.
I see what you're saying.
Bro,
Okay.
I swear to Jesus. I swear to Jesus. I do.
Anyway, back to sports. No, I'm joking.
Right. No, I'm about to get off this phone because my mom's about to roll through here for her birthday. Her birthday Thursday, but she's going out of town. So I'm about to roll up out of here, bro.
Tell her I said happy birthday.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. How them kids doing, bro?
They doing good.
Man, you ain't even been to the crib yet, bro.
Yeah, I'm slowly coming out of my chair. I'm about, you know what I'm saying? I've been in the house for so long. I got used to that Corona shit, going home and not going nowhere.
All right, well, I tell you what. April 16th for the Errol Spence Ugas fight, having a little kickback.
Okay.
April 16th. I don't want to hear no fucking excuses.
Okay, I got you.
All right.
All right, man.
All right, bro.
All right.
Love you, boy.
Love you too, man.
All right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I had to hit Calvin up because Calvin gonna make you laugh. Definitely. Calvin gonna make you laugh. David! What's good with you, nigga?
Right now, this burger and these drinks. Yeah.
It's podcast time, homie.
What's good with it?
Ain't nothing much. What's your bracket looking like right now?
Oh, man, that shit been destroyed, bro. I done gave up on that shit.
Why you say that?
That shit been destroyed, bro. All the number one teams that got put out by, like, nobodies.
Oh, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Like Kentucky?
Destroyed, bro. Yeah, bro. I done flushed that shit a long time ago.
Okay.
I done flushed it. It's good. I'm just watching it for the hell of it now.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much why I'm watching it, because 2 of the 4 teams that I had in my Final Four is already eliminated.
There you go. But I was good up until Kentucky got sent home.
Oh, yeah, Kentucky messed up everybody's bracket.
Yeah. After that point, I'm pretty sure everybody in America was getting ready to kill themselves. That was even worse than who was it? Oh boy, going back to the Saints.
What boy?
I'm watching now. Deshaun going to Cleveland. Jameis.
Jameis signed with the Saints?
Yeah, he's going back.
Okay. Well, that doesn't surprise me once they missed out on Deshaun.
That was just like, the bitch cheating on you, but since you ain't got nobody else, maybe she changed.
Yeah, pretty much, unless you Baker Mayfield, because Baker Mayfield really felt some type of way.
Yeah, he did. But he did that to himself.
Yeah, he did.
He was bad because they were looking into Deshaun Watson. And he felt some type of way.
Oh, yeah. Like you said, it felt like the chick who cheated on you.
Pretty much. Anyway, Baker Mayfield was, at best, an average quarterback on a good day.
So what do you think of Brady coming back to Tampa? Staying with Tampa? Because to me, the motherfucker never left.
He was retired for how many days?
Like 40 days.
40 days?
Uh-huh.
Brady got a plan. Brady had a plan for the whole thing. He didn't retire just to be like this, that, and third. Brady had a plan. He was waiting for something.
Pretty much. That's the way I look at it.
Tom Brady don't do nothing that don't
interest Tom Brady in the long run. And now look at the weapons he might potentially could have.
Well, I mean, they lost O.J. Howard. They did re-sign Godwin, but he might not be ready for, the season because of the ACL tear. But you never know. I'm just like, it didn't move me none because I'm sick of Tom Brady, personally.
Well, everybody is, I guess. But you know what? The man, Tom Brady wasn't going to end his career without winning the Super Bowl.
Well, he might not have a choice because he could have always ended his career last year when they won the Super Bowl. So when he says unfinished business, what business do you have to finish, nigga? You got more Super Bowls than anybody. You've been to more Super Bowls than anybody. Like, don't you love, like, is football your wife and Giselle your side bitch? I mean, for real.
Possibly. I think it was the funniest thing that I seen with Tom Brady was like, they woke up one morning, and came home was like, Daddy, can you help with the homework? But Tom Brady does not do homework. I'm the starting quarterback of the, and they hit him like, I'm not a starting quarterback no more. Then he came out of retirement.
You said Tom Brady does not help with homework.
I'm the starting quarterback, and they hit him like, dun, dun, dun. I'm not a starting quarterback no more. Then he came out of retirement. I think that was literally it. I think that's what hit him. Like, if this kid didn't ask him to help them with homework, he'd been fine. He'd have picked up golf with Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley and Tiger Woods. He'd been fine. He's been divorced in about 3 years.
Bro, I was going to say, I said this to Calvin earlier. I said, when Tom Brady actually does retire, he'll be divorced in 2 years. He's going to be a miserable ass dude.
Yeah. Like I said, he'll pick up golf and share with Jordan and Charles Barkley, Tiger Woods. He'll start cheating and or beating on his wife or whatever else. And he'll be miserable. Yeah. But for the meantime, in between time, while he's able to play football, he's going to play football.
Well, you see, we got Russell Wilson, bruh.
I think that's a good pickup for y'all. I really do think that's a good pickup for y'all all around. Well-rounded. Russell Wilson's got a lot of football to play, and I think he's going to give y'all minimum 3 good years.
Well, I'm hoping that minimum he'll give us about 5 good years. I mean, he's only 33 years old, but hey, if he can deliver us a Super Bowl, I'm all for it. They didn't already took the family picture wearing the Broncos colors, him and Sierra and the kids. Hey, let Russ cook.
Well, this will be one of them things that later on. Look, it's one of those things. As long as Russ is protected and he's still doing his thing, he stays healthy. Russell is a good look for y'all.
Oh, I agree.
Great look, actually. And let me get a check on everything. Thank you. Goodness gracious, I spent a lot of time thinking about it. Y'all offensive line can't protect him.
We have a good offensive line. What the hell are you talking about?
No, I said they can.
Oh, yeah, we can. Oh, yeah.
And y'all have weapons.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
nothing Russell can't do there. He's actually a lot better with y'all than he was with the Seahawks.
Well, that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, so y'all immediately jumped up and became a threat.
Well, like I said, this off season has been crazy. You just told me that Jameis Winston re-signed with the Saints. Okay, Matt Ryan just got traded from the Falcons to the Colts. To the Colts, yeah. Then you got Deshaun going to Cleveland, Russell going to Denver. Then you got Devontae Adams getting traded to the Raiders, Von Miller going to Buffalo, which I don't blame him one bit for the money they throwing at him.
They throwing him dumb money.
Yeah. I mean, so. What are your Patriots going to do?
And that's exactly what you got to scream at him if he turned that money down. You fucking idiot.
What are your Patriots going to do, bruh?
Hey, they're going to have to survive off of Belichick. I don't know. Survive off of Belichick. I don't fucking know.
Y'all got Mac Jones. Y'all still got McCorkle. You do know that's his real name, right? McCorkle.
What the hell is that? Sound like a German spy. McCorkle?
That's his name. That's his name. McCorkle.
McCorkle? I can't even say that shit with a straight face. McCorkle? hell is that? Sound like the Starburst flavor that you forgot about. Strawberry, pink lemonade, and McCorkle. That's that shit that tastes like. That's that shit that tastes like pickles and bad cigarette butts from Marlboro.
That's y'all future rides on McCorkle.
McCorkle. The hell is a McCorkle? Man, look, whatever name you're using right now is better than McCorkle.
Yeah, I would be using Mac too. Matter of fact, I'd be asking my parents, why did I deserve that?
Right. He was like, did y'all hate me as a child? Like, bro, get the fuck out of here.
Like, was I a mistake? You named me McCorkle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a family name. It's a family.
You cheated on mom, didn't it?
You said what?
You cheated on mom, didn't it?
You must have. Well, son, it's a family name. Nigga, fuck this family.
Right. It's like, whose family is that? Whose family? That's when you took both families and just merged them shit together. McCorkle. McCorkle. There's no such thing as a McCorkle. I think you just made that shit to fuck with me. There is no McCorkle. Thank you, man. Yes, man.
Oh, man.
Yes. No, there's no such thing as a goddamn McCorkle. What the hell is that? What is his play football name? What is that? What is his football name?
Think about what people must have been saying on the first day of school when the teacher's calling out your names for roll call.
Aaron, present. Balake, here. McCorkle. He got his ass whooped a lot. That's what that was.
That's why he had to play football. He had to defend himself.
Well, he should have done a better job of it.
Oh.
But I don't know what the fuck a McCorkle is. He was bullied a whole hell of a lot.
A whole lot.
And if he wasn't, then he need to get bullied as a grown man. You need to beat his motherfucking ass. Take it off. Appreciate it. McCorkle. Hey, with a name like that, hey, the Patriots deserve losing a whole nother season. What y'all gonna do with McCorkle? Really? We gonna break his shit up. That's what we gonna do.
Oh my goodness.
What the fuck is a McCorkle, bro? That's like that's an inspired pickle. That's what that is. A McCorkle. That's the wedgie from the next door neighbor. That's what that is. A McCorkle.
Oh, bro, when the next time you come in the VA, bro?
I'm making some moves, bro. I'm making some moves. I got X amount of vacation time, and I gotta do this, that, and the third vacation time, and I'll hit you up, bro. When I know, you'll know.
Yeah, man, you gotta come to the crib, bro. You gotta come to the crib.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely gonna see the crib when I get down there. But I definitely gotta know what the fuck a McCorkle is. I mean, fuck all that shit. You tell me what a McCorkle is, bro. I'll be down there tomorrow. Oh, fuck is a McCorkle, nigga? I think you gagging me right now.
No, I'm so serious, bro. Look up Mac Jones, and you see his real name.
Mac Jones? Bro, now I hate him all over again. Damn.
Who?
Mac Jones' name is McCorkle? God, bruh. Did somebody touch him as a child or something?
I'm fucking weak. What?
McCorkle. Bro, you had to be a strong ass man to take that name on.
You ain't never lied, bro.
McCorkle. I mean, somebody threw a football at his face when he was young. That's the only way you can live with that shit. McCorkle.
Oh, my
Mac
goodness.
Jones, I mean, he'll persevere. His stats will get him by for at least another season. His contract expires he got the freshman contract.
Well, he's on the rookie contract right now, so you got him probably at least for another 4 years.
Oh, goodness gracious. As long as nobody brings this shit up, McCorkle. He might live to see tomorrow. But as soon as this shit gets out, McCorkle? I don't know, bro. He might die. So, I don't know. I feel like some Bloods and some Crips will put a head out on him. Be like, nigga, you McCorkle? That's what set you repping? I don't know what a McCorkle is, cuz, but you finna put your hood up. McCorkle.
Maybe it's a good thing he's in Boston.
Yeah, maybe it's a good thing. The last bad thing that happened in Boston was Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah,
and he
man.
still won a Super Bowl after murdering a bunch of motherfuckers. I don't see Mac Jones as the type of murder a bunch of motherfuckers and still win a Super Bowl.
No, not nobody with the name McCorkle.
No, not nobody like that. He's not a criminal like that.
Hey, bro, I want to ask you something before we get off the phone. What you think of Jesse Smollett? Jesse Smollett.
I don't think of Jesse Smollett. That lets me keep from the ass whooping on some bullshit. That's what I think of Jesse Smollett. I don't. Why? Anybody who will lie about an ass whooping, hey, look, that's a dangerous motherfucker, dog. That's a dangerous motherfucker. I mean, for those of us who are taking a real ass whooping, anybody who will lie to the cops about a fake ass whooping, look, that's a dangerous nigga right there, man. I don't know. Is there a reason I should be thinking about Jesse Smollett?
I just want to know, did you see the, when the sentencing and, his many outbursts in court saying, I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal.
Maybe you should be. Maybe he should be. Just a thought. Maybe he should be. But no, I don't think about Jesse Smollett.
He said, I am innocent. If something happens to me in jail, I didn't bring this on myself.
Hey, well, if something happens to him in jail, then something happens to you in jail. Motherfucker, it's jail. Somebody might fuck your shit up. Not because of you, it's just because somebody might not like your light-skinned ass. You think about that? It's not because you was a stupid motherfucker. It's just because they might not like your dumb ass. Think about that.
Oh, my goodness. You an idiot.
Yeah. Motherfucker, I be thinking the same shit about Kanye. Be like, if he went to jail, it's not because he Kanye. It's somebody might just literally want to fuck him up. It's not got nothing to do with his name. It's just somebody legit might not like you. Ta-da! That's how jail works. Stupid.
All right, bro. Let me get out of here, bro. Mom Duke's about to come through. Her birthday is Thursday, but she going out of town, so she want to, see the kids today.
Oh, for sure, man. Tell her I said what's good, man.
All right, will do, bro. Yo, take your time, bro. I'm going to hit you up later.
All right, let me have a later, bro. Hey, man, love you, man. Hey, y'all take your time out there, too, man. You ain't doing nothing positive with yourself. At least you ain't... What the hell the boy name is?
McCorkle.
McCorkle. If you ain't doing nothing good with yourself, at least your last name ain't McCorkle.
That's his first name, bro.
Ew, so there's more? Hey, look, y'all be good out there in America, and don't get no fucking ass first and last name.
All right, bro. Love you, boy.
Love you too, bro.
All right.
Big time.
All right. Oh, this nigga here always be having me weak no matter what. Now, before we get out of here, because this ended up being a long show, I got to send shout-outs to the world of boxing. Yo, you guys know that I am a fight fan, and the month of April in boxing is going to be lit. It is. I mean, the whole, like, let me give this schedule out. Okay, April 9th, Triple G fights. Triple G fights is a title fight. It's for his IBF middleweight title. But the fight is in Japan. And story just came out today that Triple G is also suing Golden Boy. I mean, that's another story for another day. But that's April 9th, right? April 16th, the unification fight, Errol Spence and Eudonis Ugas, what I was telling Calvin about. That's for 3 belts are on the line. That's a big deal. That's a big time fight. Errol Spence, one of the top pound for pound fighters in the world. Ugas, the dude who just retired Manny Pacquiao. The next week in London, Tyson Fury fights Dillian White for Tyson Fury's heavyweight championship, his heavyweight championship of the world. April is gonna be lit. The week after that, Shakur Stevenson fights Oscar Valdez. And that is that's a unification fight for Stevenson's WBO junior lightweight title and Valdez's WBC junior lightweight title. Boxing is going to be off the chain in the month of April. And then, just to follow that up, lightweight undisputed champion Katie Taylor fights Amanda Serrano. Same night, as Shakur Stevenson. Then a week later after that, Canelo Alvarez fights Dimitri Bivol for the light heavyweight championship of the world. Canelo's trying to win that. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's a pay-per-view fight. Well, if it's just DAZN, then I'll watch it. But if they trying to make niggas pay money, because that's the point of DAZN. DAZN was supposed to be the app so we could eliminate pay-per-view. And now I heard DAZN pay-per-view. I'm like, nigga, what? Nigga, huh? So if that's the pay-per-view fight, I'll just wait till the next week. But then the next week after that, May 14th, Jamal Charlo fights Brian Castano. Charlo's 3 belts, WBC, IBF, and WBA junior middleweight, and then Castano's WBO junior middleweight title. Unification fight. And then Tank Davis fights 2 weeks later. Bruh, boxing is going to be lit in the springtime. I love it. I can't wait. You guys know I am a boxing head. You guys know. Now, as far as pay-per-view goes, yes, I will definitely be getting the Errol Spence Jr. fight. No question about it. If, like I said, at first, Canelo, they were saying DAZN pay-per-view. Now they're just saying DAZN. If it's just on DAZN, that's fine, because I got DAZN. That's cool with me. I got no problem with that. But the Tyson Fury fight, I'm gonna watch that. I'm not gonna order that on pay-per-view. I'm gonna watch that, when it comes on television a week later. Only pay-per-view joint I'm getting, because my cable bill is a little expensive, is the Errol Spence. But trust me, I'm going to watch all of these fights, starting with Triple G's fight against Ryota Murata on April 9th. And I can't wait. Y'all know I love boxing. I do. And trust me, during those spring months, you're going to be hearing me talk about all of these fights in detail. But with that being said, where the buzzer, where the buzzer, where the buzzer. I really am getting ready to have my mom over. I know y'all probably like, well, damn, you've been saying that for like the last hour, but you keep having people on the phone. But it is what it is. This was a great show today. Nice long show. And definitely thank you. Shout outs to Tony, Calvin, and David for coming on the show and chopping it up with your boy. And again, definite shout out to everybody out there. I want to show love. I love everybody. I hope everybody has a fantastic week. Definitely don't forget to hit up that subscription button and become part of the Sports Plus Life family. It's your boy Brandon Brevon Towns. I'm out this beer. Peace. Love you guys. And I hope you enjoyed the music at the beginning of the show. Deuces.